Hi guys. Uh so it's not even last week's. About 3 days ago, last Sunday. Last Sunday I uploaded the first part to this video, so if you haven't watched it yet, feel free to click on that video and then join us here for the second part. And I will admit this. This build has particularly gone way off the rails. It doesn't look anywhere near Pemberley Manor in every manner. Lame jokes. But still, I think it's pretty cool. I guess the aesthetic is still there. Question mark. I mean, if you don't look too closely for the for the similarities, I mean, it's a big castle, and if you assume that this world is in Europe, it's Pemberley Manor. Sure, sure, it's Pemberley Manor. But I will continue to call it the Pemberley Manor series, even though it doesn't look like it, because I'm going to use this as an excuse to fangirl about Pride and Prejudice for, I think this is going to take about 4 parts. So I'm going to talk about Pride and Prejudice, or fangirl about that topic for 4 parts straight. Also, excuse me, I think I forgot to silence my phone. Yikes. A big ol' yeah, is that a rookie mistake? But here, I decided to create a quarters for the staffs. You know, like big old houses, kan. They surely have their own butlers and all. So, and I don't feel like they belong upstairs. Am I saying that they belong downstairs? Yes. But and I kind of feel like even though Pemberley Manors is Mr. Darcy's house, right? I mean, surely not Miss Elizabeth, Miss Bingley, the sister of Mr. Bingley, would come here occasionally, and I think their dynamic would be the same, right? Like whatever happens in the household of Bingley would be the same in the household of Darcy. You know what you understand what I'm saying? Basically, I'm saying, uh, I kind of have an image in my head where all the elites back in those days, they would treat their staffs with respect but also snobbily, and that's why I decided to make this not quarantine quarters, this quarters, the staff quarters underneath in the first floor, the ground floor, the basement. I mean, I can make it into a proper basement in this sense, but I kind of don't like it because you don't see the outside world click when you do the basement in The Sims. It blackens out everywhere else because it's to mimic your underground, right? I don't really like it. Yeah, like what happened just now. I don't like that. I'm glad that one of the castles that I took inspirations from, they had this kind of model where there's a first floor, but then you deceive the viewers per se by making the second floor the first floor by having the main door at the second floor. You get me? And also, I took inspiration from the Windsor's family. Yes, I also enjoy the UK's monarchy. What can you say? I, 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 I don't like monarchy per se, but I like following their lavish lifestyles. And also, deep down, I kind of get angry because, for very obvious reasons, right? That's money going to the monarchy, but I'm not one to judge about it, you know? It is what it is. I'm not out here to attack the castle, and I'm not out here to attack any form of monarchy. In fact, I follow their lifestyle. So if anyone tries to come for my wig, please calm down. I'm very neutral on this topic. I'm a good citizen. Is all I'm going to say. But you see these 4 windows down there? When I was watching the documentary for the Windsor family, the housekeeper for the manor, for the castle, they say that those stairs are not only to let light in for the staff quarters, right? but it's also for that the household, I said the manager of the house, the main butler, the housekeeper, for the housekeeper to take a peek at who's coming at their house. Like when they hear someone's coming, they're like, "OMG, who's that? I'm gonna see you." Oh, it's no one important. Or like when it's nighttime and they're like, "Wait, hold up, who's coming at the night?" And they can take a peek. I think that's funny. It's a peek hole basically. It's where the stars can take a peek. Uh but like I said earlier, I went completely off the rails. This is nothing like the family manner, but I just wanted to use it as an excuse to talk about Pride and Prejudice. So I will right now. When I was doing that, the staff quarters, I used the door that is hidden, a secret door. Yeah, I used a secret door where it's a bookshelf, but there's a door. It's not a bookshelf, it's a deceiving door. How interesting is that? Because I feel like if I was living in those times, I wouldn't want to know, I wouldn't want my guests to know that there's stuffs living in this house. Even though it's a common fact, I still don't want them to know, like, I kind of want to believe that they do look at stuffs as a bit lower than them. Come on. It can't be just in my head. Of course, they will look at stuffs low, not standing as the same on the same pedestal as they are, but not treating them like animals either. So I feel like that secret door was necessary, because if I were to put an actual door, then people would be like, "Oh, where does this door lead to?" And you're not gonna answer like, "Oh, that's my staff's quarter." That's not elegant. That's not nice to say to your other snobbish guests. No, we're gonna hide the fact that we have staffs here. But at the end of the day, I'm not a bad house owner either, because like, look at all these fancy furnitures I'm giving to my staffs. Suddenly it becomes my house, right? uh, it's an existential crisis. It's either sometimes it's Pride and Prejudice's house, sometimes it's my house. It's a mumbo jumbo. But basically, I assume, okay, I was being prejudiced. I was being not being prideful. I was being skeptic. I was putting stigma with the rich people back then, that they would most definitely hide the fact that they had servants, staff, slaves, not slaves, but staffs. And this assumption reminded me of Miss Bingley, the sister of Mr. Bingley. Like, especially in in the earlier chapters, where they went to a ball, all of them in the ball with Lizzie, Mr. Darcy, and also Mr. Bingley. Yeah, the four of them, with the mother and also Lizzie's sister. And Miss Lizzie, I don't think I don't think her mother was there. I don't really remember the chapter, but I do remember that Lizzie talked to the trio, Mr. Bingley, Miss Bingley, and also Mr. Darcy, and she was all, "Hey, I've heard about Mr. Wickham. Y'all know him? I think he's a nice fellow. What do you think?" And everyone is like, "No, not Mr. Wickham. Nah, he's not good." And I was so biased against Miss Bingley, because she gave off that "I'm so much better than you" vibes, right? She sends out a I'm very snobbish attitude, right? Because I mean, she is rich, so I can see where she's coming from, but also she seems like the type to get whatever she wants, and it's very clear that she has a romantic interest with Mr. Darcy, and Mr. Darcy is clearly is not reciprocating her feelings, because he is more, I guess, amused, is increasing a sense of endearment towards Lizzie. So and it's not something that he hides either, right? Like a tsundere moment, like I like you but hell no kind of attitude. So I thought that uh Miss Bingley would be the type to talk smack about others just so that everything goes her way. So when in the chapter, I think it was chapter 13, I guess, and she said, "Hey, Lizzie, uh I'm not I may don't I can't even speak. Lizzie, I may not like you. I may see you as a lowly creature. I mean, you're you, I'm me, but between girl to girl, women to women, lady to lady, Mr. Wickham isn't a good man. So like, just giving you a heads up here." Like at that moment, I really thought she was being all selfish because she wanted Mr. Darcy for herself. So I don't know, and maybe because she didn't like Lizzie, so she's just trying to make everything that Lizzie likes to be a bad thing. You know, like judging her tastes and her perceptions of other people. So of course Lizzie would be frustrated. I mean, I would be frustrated if I like someone and someone I don't like tells me, "Hey, wait a minute, that person you like, hey, it's actually a bad person." I would be mad too. Oh my goodness, I was ranting so much I didn't realize this video has already ended. I'm sorry. Okay, basically I will see you in the next video in my unofficial podcast. Oh my goodness, I feel so embarrassed. I completely went over the video. Oh no. Well, till the next rant. Good night, folks.